Y'all, why can it? I killed it. He's dead. That was so fun. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. It was like my own little presentation. I just did it. It was so fun. Oh my god, I can't believe I had to come here, kind of talk it out. I put on my makeup. I'm hot though. Like it's like it's like 1,000 degrees right now. I'm so hot because I got this little chenille. This is like my little favorite special occasion kind of like my go-to sweater, and I was just like, okay, because I can't see them. So nobody's on the camera, so I can't see anybody. I'm just going, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't rehearse this like 29 times. I'm going, I talked for 50 minutes. It's quite a long time to actually talk. But I approached it as a strategy, like a SWOT analysis, an actual project management strategy to the CEOs, because I had to communicate with them in their own language. Because what are you going to say? Look, y'all need to eat and drink and, blah, 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 blah. I already know that. Y'all already taught me that. All of y'all, all of my spiritual, mental, physical coaches, y'all know who y'all are. Y'all already taught me exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And y'all speak to me in my language, but then I had to speak to these CEOs, all mostly men in the big state of Texas, and all, in their little community thing. I've been engaging all week. It's a virtual conference. And they've been talking about, like going camping and hunting and fishing and drinking beer and all of this, because it's them, it's their community. This is what they do. Is a few women in there, so I'm sitting there, and I'm also the only black woman that's presenting, okay? And I'm like, like, good gracious, okay, I got a lot of stuff on my mind. I still got Breonna Taylor is on my mind, like heavy, and I'm like, you go in there, you cannot be emotional. I actually have Bible study before this, which I do every Thursday, but I actually had, like really wanted to make sure that I was clean and my heart was pure, that I was wanting to tell people how to do this in a pandemic, how to love themselves. It's about loving yourself. If you read the book by I'm gonna give you the author in just a moment, black author, but I read that book. Thank you, Reliance, for my book. And I can't think about it now because my brain is going 1,000 miles per hour, and I gotta slow down. So I was slow and talking normal in my nice conference voice. But if you read that book, and I'm gonna Google it right now while we are actually online. He talks about James Baldwin. Dang. He talks about the obstacle in racism and inclusion, and dealing with that by loving ourselves first and being accepting and of who we are, and being able to embrace who we are, for good or for bad, negative or positive, but being able to understand and relate better and connect better because of who we are. And, I really wanted them to take home the message, because when I step in a room sometime, I know some of you all think about this also. When you step in a room, I don't care if you're not black, if you white, if you are a different race, different culture, different religion, whatever it is, when you step into a room, sometimes you know what you're representing and who you're representing. And, you want to be able to be in a position where you are giving a message that can be taken to heart, that is not accusatory, because I don't know these people, they don't know me, but you want to also be able to plant a seed in their head that says, like, let's tap in and see like what's happening to ourselves, and what are we doing to ourselves, and how our internal stress and things that we're dealing with in our lives have a way of impacting everybody else around us, and that we carry these energies and these behaviors, and we are dealing with people who are sick, either physically sick, mentally sick, or spiritually sick. And we have to be aware and raise our own vibration and raise our own self-awareness so that we are not negatively influenced by the sickness. You feel me? Tap in. Okay, that we are not negatively influenced by that sickness. And if sickness is really bringing yourself up, really wanting to not wanting to have harmony, but really wanted to stand out, really wanting attention. And I have been guilty of this myself. This is why I can talk to you about this today, and talk to people about the strategies. It's called space. And, I've been kind of sharing it with you a little bit here, but really being able to unfold it, and they're honest and they pay for it. So, they get a little bit taste that y'all don't. But anyway, but really being able to speak from a place of influence to empower them, to let them know that they are also influential and powerful influencers. Because sometimes that you're like, oh, I have the power. These are CEOs of hospitals. I can make these decisions, but they're human beings just like you and I. And being able to understand that on my own journey, I have felt powerless, that I have felt helpless sometimes to the things that were happening in my life. But how do I get control over that? How do I harness all of my energy and power? And how do I get people around me to take control over themselves? I have to be the example. People are always asking me for things. They always want a resolution. They are always looking for an answer. And I don't have the answer, okay? I can't tell you what's happening in your life because we are not the same. And I talk about this all the time, because how I handle things and how I do it is not going to be how you handle it and how you do it. And thanks to all my coaches and my professors and my teachers who helped put that in my brain. And how I handle things may not always be the right way, but it has to be my way. And that's the same way that I feel about everybody else, is that you have to do this and handle things in your own situation. And that's the message that I wanted them to hear. And those are the things that I wanted them to see, was that I was a real person. I talked, I spoke exactly how I'm speaking to you now. I look exactly how I look, so that they can see that the message can come from anybody. But it's super important when the message comes from a Black woman during this time. And I took that and I owned it, and it made me hella nervous. And I had to tap in, and I had to dig deep, and I had to think about feeling rejected. And I had to think about and let those fears and that anxiety be removed from my body, so that I could be able to be the messenger that I was meant to be, to talk today and be a representative of every Black woman out there that I know that has gone through the struggle, that feels disrespected, that feels let down by society, that I can be a powerful influencer today and bring a message to a group of people that I don't know in a whole other state, to help them tap into themselves. And they listened, and they heard me, and they were respectful, and they clapped, and they sent me messages already right after, and they sent me LinkedIn requests. That's what I want. I want to be heard. I want people to listen to me, but I had to listen to myself first. If you know me for a while, you know that I've been through a lot of changes, and I've been through a lot of negative things and things that hurt my feelings, and people that did things to me. People tried to take my life. People tried to take my family. People who tried to take everything that I have, that I worked for. And I fought. And I fought hard, because I'm 5'2", but you know what to do, boo. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Because I have a mental strength. I have endurance. I have power of knowledge. I've read 1 billion textbooks. I know how to fix myself. I know how to tap in and ask for help now. I know how to just be vulnerable and be open and say, I don't know, just hold on 1 second, because life is moving too fast for me. Okay? But I also know and understand that I did not want to be on a roller coaster of a circle that just kept going around and around, wanting to get off the ride, because I was getting sick. I was getting sick of myself, sick of my environment, sick of the things that were happening to me. And I took control over that. And that was my message to them, and that's my message to you today. You find how are you going to take control over it? Ask for help. Sometimes things don't always cost. Sometimes you have a friend that's just waiting for you because they want to help you, but they're waiting for you. Because if they reach out and help you in the state that you're in now, you're probably going to tear their head off. How I know? Because I done tore off a few heads. Somebody testified down at the bottom of this screen, okay? I have torn off a few heads in my day. And I'm not always proud of it, but because I felt attacked, and I was tired. I was tired of feeling attacked. That's what happened to me. I was tired of being beat up on, of being stepped on. And I said, no, I'm not going to go through this no more. I'm about to take my power back. I'm about to take my control back. I'm about to take my authority back. I'm about to be me. I'm about to be the person that y'all knew I have always been. I'm about to be that fun, loving, exciting, cooking, food eating, hilarious, cracking jokes person that I used to be, because I have had to share all of the hurt and all of the pain, and just shed it, and not just let it go, but forgive and forgive myself, and not use my body as my own personal discipline and judgment, but to also say, you know what, you didn't know any better sometimes. You didn't have a choice sometimes, or you thought you didn't have a choice. But now understanding and knowing what type of choices I have and what type of difference I can make in other people's lives, that I'm not just somebody who can take care of you when you're sick. I'm somebody who can help you heal. I'm somebody that can talk to you and testify about my own journey and my own struggle and how I got here and how I got to sit in this seat today and be Dr. Alicia Cornell, because it wasn't easy. And a lot of people think that my life has been nothing but success, but those people who know, who've been through that struggle with me, understand and know every obstacle that I went through could have killed me. Every last one of them. But it didn't. So I'm a survivor, I'm not a victim. Okay, so I want everybody that's listening to this message to understand how proud I am of you, how proud I am of myself, and how I want to take this opportunity to just thank everybody who has ever done anything for me. First of all, God, like just for even opening these doors for me and helping me to see and helping me to be a healthier person. And I feel like I'm on an award show. Y'all ain't even check my look at my little light, y'all. I done got, yes, I done glowed up, okay? I done came through with the glow up. But that's it. That's the real thing. I'm accepting this award. First giving honor to God, deacons, members, and friends. No, but that is my path, and that is my journey, and I am prayerful, and I meditate all the time, and it is a beautiful thing to be able to open somebody's eyes to something new, and to being able to view and hear themselves in a different way, and to be able to tell them to love themselves, and that it's okay to love yourself, and not having to say, all smushy, love yourself, because I had to be mindful of the audience I was talking to. But think of yourself as your own project. You're your biggest project. You're your best outcome. You're your number one success. I'm accepting an award today. Where's my award at? Water, because I'm thirsty. I'm accepting this award today on behalf of all of the women, children, men, all of the families and all of the friends that I've ever had that have ever gone through anything. I'm accepting this award today on everybody who couldn't be here because they died of domestic violence, police brutality, any type of way that they passed away, disease processes and things, of not having enough privilege, enough money, enough of anything, and just didn't think it was a way out. I accept this award for everybody that's struggling right now in mental health and depression, anxiety, fear, frustration, don't know what to do, don't have a lot of necessary resources and things. I accept this award today on behalf of everybody right now that's in the struggle along with me, because life for many of us have not been a crystal stair. And we don't have to compete, and we don't have to exalt ourselves, and we don't have to always be number one to know that we are number one to you. Okay? So thank you. I appreciate my award. Let me drink my water. Call me if you need me. I better go eat now. I sure wish I was in Texas to get something to eat. But I'm going to DoorDash. I hope they give me something for free.